Yo, what's going on, good people? It's your homie HerbMan, hitting you back upside the head with a brand new episode of Herb of the Day. So go tell somebody that your homie is on, man. And we got a brand new episode for you here, man. If you're dealing with yeast infection, this is going to be the show for you. So stay tuned and we're going to get there, all right? Now, I want to give a shout out to all of our supporters before we move forward, man. Thanking you guys for continuing to support the movement and continue to make this station your #1 hub for herbal education. And I want you guys to be mindful that we talk about medicinal herbs here. They're going to be some of the most potent herbs that you could ever hear from. They're the most exotic herbs. They're not your normal meal of the run herbs, all right? So you guys always pay attention to what we're doing here, but understand that you definitely have to use a particular sense of caution when you're dealing with these herbs on this station, all right? So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and share the screen and get right into the herb of the day. And for all you guys that are new, all you have to do is hit that logo right there on your screen, all right? And then hit that notification bell so that you never ever miss a daily episode of Herb of the Day with your homie here, all right? Now, make sure you guys get the screen and please let me know when you get it. All right, you're rocking with the best. I am your host, HerbMan, and this is the Herb of the Day show. Now, our herb of the day is Cajeput, all right? Cajeput, all right? And this herb originates from Australia. It is an evergreen tree, all right? And it grows primarily in the cold climate, and it grows to about the height of 15 meters. So pretty fairly tall tree here. And as you can see, it kind of favors the dogwood tree. If you guys have ever seen the dogwood tree, not necessarily in construction when we get to the nitty gritty of the actual leaves and stems, but from afar, you can see it has the white buds and things of that nature. It kind of put me in the mind of the dogwood tree. Now, let's get to some of the historical understandings of Cajeput, all right? Now, it goes by the name of Cajeput. Also, it's known as swamp tea tree. Swamp tea tree, and it has a scientific name, Melaleuca leucadendron. All right, Melaleuca leucadendron. All right, and then basically what we talk about here is the stems and the leaves, but really the oil that comes from the bark. Okay, that's pretty much primarily what you're going to use when you're dealing with Cajeput. All right, and it does has terpenoids and all of that type of stuff. Now, the actions of it is an antiseptic, okay? So it's going to be very good for infections and bacterial infections and things of that nature. It's antispasmodic, so it's going to fight against muscle spasms and muscle cramps and things of that nature. It is a rubefacient, which is a pretty good action to have. It's an anthelmintic as well. It's an insect repellent, okay? So it'll help fight off insects and things of that nature, probably from off of you as well as you know, plants and herbs and things of that nature. And we'll get into a lot of that stuff later on. It's an antimicrobial, all right? So it helps fight against microbacteria and all those types of things. Antiscorbutic, all right? And it's also an expectorant. So it's going to be good for phlegm and things of that nature. So that's going to be always a good thing. So you see it has a few different qualities, and you can kind of tell based on the actions what it's used for. Now, what are the historical uses of Cajeput? All right, it's used by natives of the Molucca Islands as a lotion for painful, stiff joints. Okay, painful, stiff joints, and it's advised by physicians at the turn of the century to combat the tubercle bacillus, and that had a lot to do with tuberculosis and things of that nature. It was also historically used for infections of the bronchi. All right, it was used for worms in children. It was also used for toothaches and headaches. So you see, it has a lot of different qualities based on its different actions. Okay. Now, some of the preparations for this is topically for toothache. So it was kind of used almost like we use clove. Okay, and that's why you have that rubefacient action, that anthelmintic action. It was also used for bruises and sprains and neuralgia. Again, that's going to be good for the rubefacient action. Kind of pulls out the blood and this, that, and the third. And it also known as Cajeput oil. Okay, and basically how they recommend you do it is just get the Cajeput oil and then just dose it at about 0.05 to 0.2 milliliters. All right. Now, today it is confined to just only external use only as an ingredient of stimulating the liniments and the ointments for aching joints and fibrositis and things of that nature. So if you're dealing with like arthritis, if you're dealing with joint pain, ligament pain is a little different from bone to bone. Okay. This is more like muscle, cartilage, and things of that nature. So if you're looking for anything in the liniment area, okay, if you're looking for anything for ligaments, then this may be a very, very good herb for you to go and do some research on. It also is an ingredient in albus oil, and that is a very good oil for, you know, like we said, joint pain, ointments, aching joints, and all that type of stuff. And Cajeput oil is also known as Neola oil, okay, Neola essential oil. So if you can't find Cajeput oil, then you may want to look for Neola essential oil. And remember, guys, that I'm not a physician, so please, if you do need this herb, please consult your physician before utilizing anything you see here on our channel. Like I said in the start of the video, these are very, very potent herbs that we tend to educate you guys on. A lot of these herbs you may not even be able to find at your local health store, or some of these herbs you may not even be able to get over Amazon. All right, so you have to sometimes go to where they are, or you have to really, really do your research and figure out how you can get your hands on some of these. But again, you want to be cautious and use these things just like you would be cautious with prescription drugs. Now let's take a look at the Cajeput tree. As we can see, it looks typical before the blooming, and then you can kind of see the white structures here that are coming out, the kind of white pine needles here that stems out of the little black leaves. It looks really, really different from the dogwood trees. You can see dogwood trees are mostly like little white flower leaves. This one is a lot more thorny, as you can kind of see it there. Now, some of the other things that Cajeput oil has been used for, just to give you a rundown on the different aspects of this particular herb here. Again, it's been used for acne. It's been used for bronchitis, as we saw before. It's been used for candida. Okay, so if you have any issues with candida, this is going to be a great herb for you. It's been also used for cuts, earaches, eczema, insect bites, muscle cramp, muscular pain, neuralgia, pleurisy, okay, because of the aspect that it has with the expectorant. All right, then it's used for pleurisy. Sore throat has also been used for toothache, as we went over, and urinary tract infection. And that is just to name a few, but mostly that is going to be what you want to use this herb for. Now, what we suggest is that this herb is most effective in today's time for yeast infections, or what we call candida. Okay, so you guys are dealing with yeast infection and you want to try to look for something else that you never heard of before that may be a little bit more potent, then Cajeput is going to be the herb for you. Okay, all right, so we want to thank you guys for everything that you guys are doing. Continue to stay connected and join the family. You can always reach us on Instagram at Leaf of Violet Essentials INC, Facebook at Leaf of Violet Essentials INC. We're always here on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter at Love HerbMan, at Love HerbMan. And then if you ever need any products that we have on our website, you can go to www.leafofvitalessentials.com. We'll continue to try to upgrade that online presence, and we just want to really educate you guys on these herbs right now. And while we're educating you guys, we're also educating ourselves on what is healthy, what is good for us, what is medicinal, what can we use for alternative methods and alternative ways to keep ourselves in good condition. All right, so hey man, go tell somebody that need these particular information. We're going to continue to keep busting you upside the head with this information as we move forward, man. So we love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, man. So until next time, peace. Yes, sir.